And the final vote is in. The votes have been counted, and people have voted for an end to democracy, it not being needed, when the principle is all life considered. What's best for all is best for all. There is no choice in that process of dialogue. Recovering from I used to call it stupidity, and becoming aware that the words I use define me, and therefore must stop even talking about this subject. I've had my concerns even recently that to be careful not to wallow in my own self-pity, though the physical and what I experience physically within me is the guide, and I am improving. I have my own points where, like when I wake up each morning, I am less distressed, sometimes not markedly so, though as a whole I am waking up and I'm less distressed than previously. That is a signifier for me that I am improving. I am not wallowing in self-pity. Wallowing, just to wallow suggests not moving, floating, wallowing in non-movement, non-progressive correction. In fact, it would not be correction if it was wallowing. It would be wallowing. It would be remaining in self-pity. And consequently, I am noticing, I am aware of improvements in my health. It could be said each day, though sometimes it isn't specifically, markably, noticeable each day, though over 3 days, 3 cycles of the planet's spin around the sun that it orbits. Still can't get my head around that one yet, actually. The planet spins on its axis, noted by the movement of the sun, though during the year, that's a day cycle, the year cycle, I'm led to believe, and it is a fact I am told, that the North Pole, Iceland for instance, it is dark there all day during the winter and light there all day and night during the summer. So that suggests that while the Earth spins around, it also moves around like that, though the equator, the days are of equal length at the equator. Still can't picture it, and perhaps picturing in my mind isn't necessarily a good thing to do. It would be participating in the mind itself. So you can get models. There's an Anthony, you've noticed the you can get models. They have a name. The Victorians used to make them, clockwork devices that showed the planets spinning round the sun accurately. So I am told. Words are important, very important. I am finding. Someone used the word pride. That must be done with pride. I thought pride. It was referring to picking litter up. I've been attending a program to assist my recovery. I'm moving from recovery to rebuilding. I'm on the cusp of it, no doubt. And last week on one session we went to tend to a garden in the local parish church, just part of the way that rehabilitation in the understanding of it works, and it was useful. I got there and I'm not fit enough to do much physical work currently. Movement, I'm not going to it at this point, as I am improving, and so to revisit the past is not necessarily a good thing. The future being created now by my thought, word and deed. I am aware of my circumstance and situation, where I am, how I got here, where I intend to take it. I said, is it okay if I pick the litter up? I saw some litter in the flower beds and in the privets like the humans. Imagining mummies going to come along is all I can think of to clean up after them. They just leave their litter lying around. It's very strange, very irresponsible, selfish. So, is it okay if I pick litter up? I said to the leader of the group. Perhaps leaders are the person responsible for the group. Yes, of course it is. There's another Anthony. Interesting. So I picked litter up. I was then recounting my experience to the person responsible for the group the next time I met her at the lunch club. They have 3 days a week there. There was another client in the lunch club, and he said something about those that pick up litter must be proud to do such a thing. I said it's nothing to do with pride, it's more to do with it needing doing it. Otherwise it lies there, and eventually, you know, we've been here a long time, billions of years. If no one ever picked the litter up, ever, what sort of mess would it be now? Although litter is perhaps a recent phenomena of the consumer age, stemming from the Industrial Revolution, when I don't want to look back at it. Pride, he said. I said, pride, what does that mean? Pride. No, I didn't say it. I said it was nothing to do with pride, and later I thought, pride. After having a discussion with this responsible person, and they'd said the word emotional health, actually asked me did I want to join the anger management group. I said, I'm not angry. Oh, it could still be of use to you. I said, do you know what cognitive dissonance is? She said, yes. I said, it would perhaps cause cognitive dissonance to me to attend a anger management group when I'm not actually angry. And then I said, cognitive dissonance, it's a bit like drug addiction, where you take on board that which will cause dissonance in the mind when knowing it will, or when taking something on that does cause cognitive dissonance, relishing, wallowing in it. Self-pity, perhaps. There's another that's 3, isn't it? I nearly made another one as well. Interesting. I shall be considering that later. Which led to anger is a healthy emotion. I said emotion. No, there is no emotion. Emotion's a thing that... And then I stopped there. I couldn't... I said I can't explain the theory to you because I don't know it, actually. And though I don't know it, I don't actually need to, as the practice of not giving in or accepting or allowing emotional excuses. Anger is a healthy emotion, she says. try being angry in the presence of such people, it becomes unacceptable actually. I considered later. An interesting point in itself. But this is the second time the word emotion has come up in this group, this service, where I went to play some obligation in my life. I nearly did another one. Obligation. I was finding I wasn't putting obligation in my life, in my recovery, it becoming a non-event, and knowing it to be essential, I joined this service for those who have been stupid like myself, abusing themselves with substances. So it's the second time the word emotion has come into conversation, and I have had to say emotion. No, I have no emotions as such. I need to look into the word. I need to do some research so that I can effectively expound my understanding of such things to them the next time it arises, though I have much to do already. I will get there. I will expound my understandings of such things to them, it being part of my whole principle. What's best for all is best for all life considered. Creating a world where all life can, will and does live with dignity equally, an equal money system. Sound like a robot at this point, don't I? Perhaps. Often I've made these vlogs, and the way I experience myself as I'm speaking and mention it to camera, when I watch back, I find that that which I perceived to be experienced did not convey over the vlog itself at that point of watching it. Another interesting aspect. I am enjoying life. It is great. I like living on this planet, and I will not allow the abuse of it to continue. Why would we? Why would we destroy that which we need to exist within, as and upon? Part of us. We are all one. We are all from the earth. We all will return to the earth eventually. Resonance, interesting resonance. I was listening to a man who was telling me about his past lives, and I did not dispute his claims, though the mind will tell you what you want to believe, always, and so. Though, and I did say, personality beyond death, there is no personality that you're experiencing now is not actually existent. Actually, it's constructed by yourself, by programming, amongst other things. So how can he possibly remember past lives? Resonance remains. So in the cycle of what we call life and death, on returning, could it be said that we are experiencing the resonance we left behind previously, and therefore to dissipate it, especially if it is not of a pleasant nature, is essential, and in that self-forgiveness apparently will assist. I am still exploring self-forgiveness, a wonderful tool, powerful. It has many uses. To stipulate a specific one, currently I cannot, and the video time is up. Thank you very much. This is a process vlog from Anthony. All the best.